ecosystem. NITSDA's developers group training. All right, that's the first story. So NITSDA has promised that they would train 1 million developers in Nigeria, in line with global best practices in technology, because they believe that Nigeria would be one of the biggest hubs for technology in Africa. Moving on also, Africa's first humanoid robot named Omefe was launched at the Dubai GITEX event, the biggest technology event, and we are going to be taking a look at that as well. Moving on, MTN has teamed up or is trying to partner up with Intelligra to launch a device financing scheme. So that process where you don't have to pay all the cash up front for your phone. Basically, you can your phone can be financed for you as you pay it back in bits. So MTN is partnering with Intelligra to launch a device financing scheme. Also on the headlines, and telecommunication operators are calling for CBN to prioritize their own access to foreign exchange, especially as illiquidity crisis worsens in the country. And the final story we will be talking about today is global e-waste generation rises by 9.2 metric tons in 8 years. If you don't know what e-waste is, then just keep it locked to Citizen FM 93.7 and you'll be learning a lot about what is going on in the tech ecosystem. Let's take a quick break and we will be right back.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12. Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, expanding our global reach through technology. Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, welcome to our world of technology.
This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7. This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
Right, guys, welcome back to the show, and you're listening to Citizen FM 93.7. This is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and I am your host. Today we are going to be going through news stories that are shaking the tech ecosystem in Nigeria and in Africa. So starting our news stories today, the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITSDA, and the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, in partnership with OpNow Media, have trained youths in Abuja on artificial intelligence and digital communication to the economy. Speaking at the closing session of the youth program, the Director General NITSDA, Kashifu Inuwa, stated that the empowerment will increase youth knowledge on emerging technology in Nigeria. The Director General NITSDA, Kashifu Inuwa, who was represented by his Acting Director of Digital Literacy and Capacity Development, Mrs. Amina Sambo Magaji, explained that the training has exposed the youth to new ways of self-employment and making a living. The NITDA boss also said in today's closing session, a lot of feedback we got is for them to be able to take it to the next level. According to him, they can take it from there to become entrepreneurs by identifying problems or looking at different sectors and bringing this technology into it so that they can start creating jobs for themselves. And this, he said, is one of the primary goals for the training. The NITDA boss also noted that with the skills acquired from the artificial intelligence and digital communication to economy training, they can have access to global digital jobs all around the world. And this would also help bring in foreign direct investment to Nigeria. So this is what NISTA is saying, that, the upsides of running this training aimed at training 1 million Nigerian youth in technology and digital communications. They are saying this is what it's going to do. It's going to help in creating more jobs. It's also going to bring in foreign direct investment into Nigeria, and also the Nigerian youth can also get jobs from different parts of the country without actually having to be in those parts of the country and working from Nigeria. So this is the aim this is the goal NITDA is saying that they are trying to achieve by training 1 million youth on artificial intelligence and digital communication to the economy. If you're just joining us, this is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and we are looking at the new tech news roundup, news that's shaking the tech ecosystem in Nigeria and in Africa. So today we are taking a look at, NITDA's Developers Group Training. That's the story we're currently taking a look at. So before we get into that proper and, break down what it's all about, let's take a quick break. Do stay with us.
This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7. This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, this is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and this is the Tech News Roundup on Citizen FM 93.7. Today we are taking a look at tech news stories currently making waves in the tech scene, and we are also trying to understand how this affects and impacts in the new tech developments in Africa and in the country. So the story we're currently taking a look at is NITDA's Developers Group Training. So NITDA says that their goal is to train 1 million Nigerian youth on artificial intelligence, digital communication, and a wide range of topics in the tech industry. So the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, and the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, NCAIR, in partnership with OpNow Media, have trained youth in Abuja on artificial intelligence and digital communication to the economy. So according to NITDA's boss, Kashifu Inuwa, one of their primary goals for this training is to enable its participants, the youth, have access to global digital jobs across the world, as this would help to bring foreign direct investment to Nigeria at a time Nigeria is experiencing shortage of FX as well. According to NITDA, this training is basically targeted at gaining the benefits to put our youth in the right position to access the benefits of the digital economy. And this has become a trend all over the world, and it has helped in actually diversifying the Nigerian economy from just oil producing. Now, tech racks in, contributes a lot to the country's GDP. In his remarks, Managing Director, OP Now Media, Collins Inadozie, noted that the training was part of NITDA's idea of training 1 million developers in Nigeria. Inadozie further said the capacity building initiative is to capture Nigeria in the map of African countries to attract foreign direct investments from companies like Facebook, Google, Microsoft to set up virtual reality campuses and labs to harness the talent pool of virtual reality literate Nigerians. And of course, we know there are a lot of VR literate Nigerians currently coming up and already existing in the Nigerian tech ecosystem. One of the beneficiaries of, the development training, Obina K, commended NITDA and NCAIR for organizing the training process. According to Obina, who participated in one of these trainings, he says the experience was wonderful. It was an eye-opener, and of course, it was a brain shift. It was something that we have never experienced before. So we got to learn new apps and how to use them. So it's been wonderful. I give kudos to the team that put this together. All right, guys, that's Obina Kehi, who is one of the recipients of the digital training offered by NITDA and NCAIR. All right, guys, let's go on a quick break. And when we return, we'll be taking an in-depth look into what this developers training entails. How can you be a part of this? If you want to be a developer, if you want to begin a career in tech, and you're willing to follow up with NITDA and check the necessary information and be trained on this by the Nigerian government, then stay with us, because when we come back, I'll be rolling out more information on how to be a part of this and what the training entails. All right, this is Citizen FM 93.7 and you're listening to Citizen's Tech Talk. This is the Tech News Roundup with Mena. Do stay with us.
This is a Tech News Roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12, Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, expanding our global reach through technology.
This is a Tech News Roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
Okay, welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and we are on the Tech News Roundup on Citizen FM 93.7. Today, we are taking a look at tech stories currently making waves in the tech scene and trying to understand the effects and the impacts of these new tech developments. So right now, we are taking a look at the story. We're taking a look at NITDA's Developers Group training in collaboration with the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. So their goal is to train 1 million youth on digital technology and, a lot of things concerning the tech space. So, according to them, the capacity building initiative is to capture Nigeria in the map of African countries to attract foreign investment from companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and also harness the talent of virtual reality literate Nigerians. They also believe that this will create, jobs for Nigerians both locally and abroad, and cause Nigerians living within Nigeria to be able to earn money in foreign FX, basically. And this will come as a result of the trainings that they are going to be giving 1 million Nigerian youth, aimed at training to make them developers in the tech space. All right, let's take a quick break and we will be right back. Okay, if you're just joining us, this is Citizens Tech Talk, and we're currently looking at stories making waves in the tech scene and trying to understand the effects and impacts of these things in the tech space. So what we are looking at now is NITDA's developers training. NITDA have said that they want to train 1 million developers in Nigeria. Okay, they want to give the Nigerian youth the skill sets that will enable them access global digital jobs across the world, and that in turn will help bring foreign direct investment to Nigeria. All right, let's take a look at how you can be eligible to apply for this. Eligible applicants will be trained to develop skills in several software programs like Python for artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, robotics, and data science. Okay, so this training that NITDA and NCAIR are given, eligible applicants will be trained to develop skills in several software programs like Python for artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, robotics, and data sciences. So are you tech savvy? Are you like tech crazy? Are you into the tech scene? This might be for you. Okay, so who can apply? Nigerian youth residing or who have an accommodation in the Federal Capital Territory, that's Abuja, including NYSC core members, secondary school students, and undergraduates who are on holiday. Also, people that can apply, graduates and any other individuals that wish to acquire intensive digital skills. And participants must be at least 15 years old. So the training will is taking place physically in Abuja because some parts of it has already, happened. Some people have already been trained. So NITDA has advised intending applicants to visit the organization's website, info@nitda.gov.ng. So to be a part of this developers training, NITDA has advised intending applicants to visit the organization's website, info@nitda.gov.ng. So personally, I went on the site. I didn't see anything specific about the NITDA developers group training on the NITDA website itself. So I suggest that you email NITDA or you try to send them a message or try to chat with them on WhatsApp via their website to inquire about the next training slots. You can also visit the social media page of one of their key partners, the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, NCAIR, for more information on the developers group training aimed at training 1 million developers in Nigeria. You can follow them on social media and be on the lookout for the next round of applications on their social media pages. So their social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can follow them at NCAIR Nigeria. At NCAIR Nigeria. So you can follow them on social media and be on the lookout for the next round of applications that for the 1 million developers training that is being sponsored by NCAIR and NITDA, aimed at training 1 million developers in Nigeria. The National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, NCAIR, is a subsidiary for NITDA. And that's a wrap on our first news story, which is NITDA's developers group training aimed at training 1 million Nigerian youth to be tech developers. All right. To be a part of this, you can visit the NITDA website for more information or send them a message. Or you can also visit and follow the social media pages or NCAIR, the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. So who can apply? Any youth residing in Federal Capital Territory, including core members, secondary school students, and undergraduates who are on holidays. Graduates or any other individual that want to acquire intensive digital skills. The participants must actually be at least 15 years old, and the training is taking place physically in Abuja. All right, that's a wrap on the NITSDA story. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be moving on to our next story, which is the Minister for Communication, Issa Pantami, has applauded the Unicorn Group for unveiling Africa's first humanoid robot named Omeife. But before we go, let's just listen. Let's just see what the country has to say. Let's see what NITDA has to say concerning this training and this development aimed at training 1 million Nigerian youths to be tech developers.
Station economic. Socially and health-wise. But just as the saying goes, every cloud has its silver lining. It seems to have brought something good for the information and communications technology world. There is now an increased demand for software and online web-based applications among businesses, offices, and services. This has led to the growing need for software development and information technology operations, DevOps solution. So, the Office for Nigerian Digital Innovation under the National Information Technology Development Agency is collaborating with a private ICT center to ensure that upcoming ICT innovators have the skills to tap into the growing DevOps market, thereby creating job opportunities.
This workshop is aimed at supporting our vibrant and innovative startups to build capacities to scale their businesses through modernizations of legacy solutions, migration of on-premises business solutions to the cloud, development of cloud applications, and driving exponential revenue growth. This will no doubt contribute toward achieving our goals of creating more innovation-driven enterprise.
We will significantly accelerate digital innovation and entrepreneurship in line with the objectives of the National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy.
It is expected that participants here will apply the acquired skills in improving their crafts and contribute to the nation's economic growth. In Abuja, Chimdema Ndubisi, NT.
This is Citizen FM 93.7 and you are listening to Citizens Tech Talk with Mena. So those are some of what we are to be expecting from NITDA's training of 1 million Nigeria youth tech developers. And you know, that's good news. So we are waiting to feel the effects of that. And if you are interested, go to NITDA's website and you can try to apply there or get more information. You can also visit the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. You can also visit their website and their social media pages for more information about this training and development. Welcome back. You are still listening to Citizens Tech Talk with Mena. This is the Tech News Roundup. The Minister for Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Issa Pantami, has applauded Unicorn Group's commitment to playing a vital role in advancing technology in Nigeria and Africa. So at the world's biggest technology event, GITEX, which took place in Dubai recently, he praised the group's innovation as the Unicorn Group officially unveiled Africa's first humanoid robot named Omeife. So Omeife is a humanoid robot and was created by Unicorn Group of companies. So a humanoid robot is a robot that is a replica. It's supposed to be a direct replica of a human being. So they are the first companies to unveil a humanoid robot in Africa. And this robot is called Omeife. Created by Unicorn Group of Companies, one of Nigeria's fastest growing technology startup that offers electric, innovative technology solutions to businesses and government agencies across Africa. Omeife is a 6-foot tall female African humanoid that provides language as a service for businesses needing to integrate native African audiences. So, for example, now, if a business comes up and they would need translation services, or they would need to interact with people that they don't understand, people in Africa or people in Nigeria with, that speak different languages other than English and the 3 main languages. If they need to interact with them or carry out activities with them, this robot is supposed to be like solving that problem, basically, because they are equipped with language services, basically. And she's also multi-purpose, and she's an assistant robot. She speaks different African languages and is programmed to have a deep understanding of the African culture and behavioral pattern. So I think for once we are seeing innovation that is tailored to us Africans, specifically tailored to our problems, our needs, and everything. And this is a very, very good development. Omeife also has terrain intelligence, knowing the ground and having stability on the floor, which helps her navigate non-flat surfaces and maintain a good balance. The Omeife humanoid robot also has GPS for location and state management for knowing whether the system is standing, walking, talking, and so on, as well as advanced gestures that, because it's a humanoid, it has to be as close to a human being as possible. So it does expressions, hand illustrations, the humanoid smiles and makes bodily gestures. The humanoid also boasts of a good grip. It has the ability to understand shape and how to hold things with its hand. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena. And we are on the news story of the Unicorn Group, who unveiled Africa's first humanoid robot named Omeife. And the Minister for Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Issa Pantami, has applauded the Unicorn Group's commitment to playing a vital part in advancing technology innovation in Nigeria and in Africa. So we're just taking a look at the different features Omeife, the humanoid, has, basically. So Omeife is female. She's 6 foot tall. She's equipped with GPS location. She knows lots of African languages. She also has an ability to sort of discern, things being said. She can also give hand illustrations. The humanoid smiles and makes bodily gestures. So we're also told that the humanoid boasts of a good grip. It has the ability to understand shape and hold things. Also, it can converse. It has real-time understanding of current affairs, of what is going on. So this is what this humanoid is equipped with. And it can actively listen and focus on a specific conversation thread as is happening. So humanoid, that's why they are calling it humanoid. It's actually a robot that is very, very, very close to human beings in terms of looks and the ability of what it can do. It also has the ability to switch languages, and don't forget I said this humanoid is also equipped with the understanding of various languages all over Nigeria and across Africa as well. Omeife can also identify and tag human beings through face and facial expressions. The group added that Omeife was built with top social interactive skills, as it can pay attention, it can keep conversations. The humanoid is polite, is careful, is aware, and apparently they are even reporting that it's safe for kids. And it's also very, very vast and knowledgeable in the African culture and African languages as well. Speaking on the Omeife project, Chuks Ekweme, the CEO of Unicorn Group of Companies, said, Africa is fast being recognized for its contribution to global tech ecosystem. So through Omefe and other projects, the Unicorn Group is happy to play a part in helping businesses and people all over Africa achieve their fullest potential by providing access to the most innovative technologies for efficiency. All right, let's just have a listen to what Omefe is about.
It was developed in Africa at the STEM Focus Lab in Nigeria. I enjoy talking about science and art, and I love learning about African people and culture. And I'm proud to be the first AI developed on the continent. My creator is the STEM Focus Lab in Nigeria.
Alright guys, that was the voice of the first humanoid robot in Africa, Omefe, from the Unicorn Group.
Nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Shiki, shiki.
It's incisive and comprehensive. It's objective and balanced. It's the complete news and current affairs program on radio. A total package on topical social political issues. It's Insight. Join Lawrence Umwete on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja for Insight, Mondays to Thursdays at 10:05 a.m. on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. Insight with Lawrence Umwete. Be part of the experience.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12, Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, expanding our global reach through technology.
This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
Welcome back. This is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and this is the Tech News Roundup. Telecommunications operators have again called on the Central Bank of Nigeria to prioritize their access to foreign exchange, especially as illiquidity crisis worsens. The operators under the aegis of Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, ALTON, said members have been having it very rough since for accessing FX since the beginning of the year. So ALTON said members have been having it very rough accessing FX since the beginning of the year. Chairman ALTON Benga Adebayo at the Telecoms Forum in Lagos said the situation in the sector is gradually getting to a critical point, a very dangerous one at that, where what befell the aviation industry in the last few months might find a bigger expression in the telephony industry. Adebayo said, like the aviation sector, the telecoms industry is also very critical to the Nigerian economy and must be prioritized. According to him, ALTON members rely on Forex for importation because virtually everything we use in the sector is import dependent. You talk about the base station equipment, generating sets, batteries, among others. But the inability to get a foreign exchange is impacting not only on expansion, but also upgrades of existing infrastructure in the telecommunications industry. He says now that we are deploying 5G, operators need access to Forex. If the service must be expanded, lots of members are finding it difficult. They cannot fulfill this obligation. The sector needs intervention. I pray what happens in the aviation sector would not find expression in the telecoms sector.
This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7. This is a tech news roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
Alright guys, welcome back. This is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and this is the news roundup. Global e-waste generation rises by 9.2 million metric tons in 8 years. Do we know what e-waste is? Well, e-waste is called electrical waste. So waste from electronic equipment such as phones, laptops, fridge, sensor, TVs. Have you ever wondered if you throw away your devices or if you throw your phone away, what happens to it? What happens to all the iron, everything inside that it's made of? Where does it go? Where do our laptops that are bad and can't be repaired go? Where do the fridges and freezers that can't be repaired go? Well, they end up being waste, and they are referred to as e-waste, electrical and electronic equipment waste. And it has continued to rise across the globe. So it's not even only particular to us here in Nigeria. E-waste is a global problem. E-waste is a growing challenge, and since 2014, the global generation has grown by 9.2 million metric tons. That's 21% since 2014. Well, that cannot be attributed largely to the fact that the smartphone industry has grown significantly since then. According to the International Telecommunications Union, the fate of 82.6% of e-waste generated in 2019 is unknown. Like, in 2019, 44.3 metric tons of e-waste was generated, and it's unknown where it went to, what they did with it, how did they recycle it, it's unknown. So that's what we're talking about today in this story. What is the impact of e-waste in the long run? So the International Telecommunications Union said e-waste contains substances that can be hazardous to human health and the environment if not dealt with properly. So this includes mercury, cadmium, and lead. An estimated total of 50 tons of mercury might be contained within the 44.3 metric tons of e-waste whose destination is unknown. 2019, the world produced 44.3 metric tons of e-waste. And where those waste or where those things are being thrown to, nobody knows. What is the impact of that on the economy? That's what we're asking ourselves today. So, according to the United Nations arm in charge of global telecommunications and global regulatory environment for e-waste, they said the regulatory for e-waste is not strong at all, that only 78 out of 193 countries are covered by an e-waste policy, legislation, or regulation. So, let's hear a bit more about what e-waste and the effects of it entails.
The Tech News Roundup on Citizen FM 93.7.
From aircon systems to kitchen goods, TVs and smartphones, every year we throw away more and more electrical appliances. According to a UN report, the world produced over 53 million tonnes of electronic waste in 2019, equivalent in weight to 350 cruise liners. Europe was the area with the highest volume of e-waste per capita. Income growth, urbanisation and increased mobility are leading to a constant increase in demand for electronic products. Many of them have a very short lifespan. As a result, e-waste is growing faster than any other kind of refuse. Last year, just 17.4% of e-waste was recycled. A sizable proportion of phased-out electronic products are exported illegally and end up on unregulated landfills, dumps and scrapyards in Eastern Europe, Asia and Africa. The UN assumes that the vast majority of non-recyclable waste is not disposed of appropriately. Electronic waste contains significant amounts of hazardous substances that contaminate the land, air and water and can cause serious health problems. Up to 50 tonnes of the highly toxic heavy metal mercury are released into the environment every year. They're joined by chemicals that are used to cannibalise old equipment. 2019 also saw a major increase in the number of discarded air conditioning systems and refrigerators. Their disposal caused the release of around 98 million tonnes of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Electronic devices also contain valuable metals such as copper, iron and aluminium, as well as gold and rare earths. In total, the value of natural resources in e-waste last year amounted to $57 billion. Only a small fraction of annual e-waste is recycled. This means that the quantity of raw materials extracted to keep up with ever-increasing consumer demand continues to grow.
All right, guys, welcome back. If you are just tuning in, this is Citizens Tech Talk with Mena, and this is the Tech News Roundup. So we just listened to what e-waste is doing to the world and the effects that it's having and how much waste is being unaccounted for, and also how much natural resources we have to keep mining to keep up with producing these devices that we use on a regular. All right, guys, thank you for listening to Citizens Tech Talk with Mena. Thank you for being on the Tech News Roundup. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was insightful. I hope it was enlightening. And don't forget, if you are interested in being a developer, you check out NITDA's offer to train 1 million Nigerian youth on tech development. You can visit their website, the NITDA website. You can also visit the NCAIR website for more information on how to be a part of this. And that's a wrap on the Tech News Roundup today. Thank you for being a part of the show. See you again, same time next week.